and today we are going to learn another interesting lesson, that is refraction of light at plane surfaces. Okay, so until the previous years you might be learning about the reflection of the light. So reflection of the light is nothing but the bouncing back of the light. But in today's video we are going to learn about the refraction of the light. So before saying what is the refraction of the light, let me show you some examples. Here, to understand the refraction of light, we have taken these all objects. So here I have taken a glass and let me place this arrow mark behind it. So what is the direction of the arrow mark? It is towards this side. Now let us pour water and see. Okay. So here I have poured the water and now the direction of the arrow mark has changed. That is towards this side. But actually I did not change the paper. It is towards the same direction. But it is changing the direction. So why is it changing the direction? I'll say it later. So another one. Let us take the same glass and water is already filled. And let me take the straw in it. So what do you observe? The angle of the straw is bent. Okay, and in the water the straw seems to be bulged also. So here actually the straw is very small, but when you are keeping inside the water, what it is observing? It is looking like somewhat bulged surface, and also it is not in a straight line. It is somewhat bent. So why is it bending? This also I will say it later. So here for the next experiment I have taken a bowl and a coin. Okay, so now I am placing the coin in the middle of the bowl. And now you start moving backward till the coin is not observed. Okay, so at that point the coin is not observed. So let me pour the water and you have to pour it so little. Slowly you have to pour the water. And can you observe the coin now? Can you observe the coin now? Yes. So here you can observe the coin now. So here let me give the reason. So why these all phenomena have taken place. Okay, so in the first one you have seen the direction of the arrow mark have changed, and in the second case the straw appears to be somewhat bulged and bent, and the third one initially the coin was not appearing, but when you have added the water, what happened? You are observing the coin. So here this is what the phenomena you have observed. So this is all because of the refraction of the light. So whenever the light is moving from one medium to the another medium, it bends. Okay, so the bending of the light ray, we will be saying it as a refraction of light ray. Okay, so here whenever what happened, initially the glass was empty, and whenever you have placed the arrow mark, what happened? It appears to be in the same direction. So here what medium is there inside the surface? So it is an air medium. So that's why it did not refract. But what happened when you have added the water? So the medium have changed. So here if you are taking two mediums, so here was the paper and here was the glass. So you are observing from the other side. And here the air medium, and this is also air medium. So the direction of the light did not change initially. But after adding the water, what happened? Here you can observe that. So this is the air medium, and when you are adding water, so this is a water medium. So there are two different mediums here. So when the light ray is moving from air medium to the water medium, it bends. So that's why the refraction of the light has taken place, and the direction of the arrow mark also have changed. And in the next case also, the straw appears to be bent only when the water is. Now here there are no water in the glass, and the straw appears to be very straight. But when you are adding water into them, what happens? You can observe that it is observed as a bulged one, and there is some bent. And from where you can see that where the water level have started. So here this is the air medium and this is the water medium. So the light is moving from two mediums and it is refracting. So that's why you can observe the straw in different way. And here the same case has observed in the bowl also. So when you are moving back, the bowl was empty. So there was only air medium. And when you have poured water, what happened? The light was traveling from air medium to the water medium. So it has refracted, means it has bent. That's why you were able to see the coin. Okay, so this is what the phenomena has taken place, and how that light is bending from when it is moving from one medium to other medium. Let us see it. So here these all reactions we have seen. So why are these all changes happening? It is all because the refraction of light. So here what is the refraction of light? So here in the previous years you might have learnt about reflection of light. Okay, so reflection of light is nothing but the bouncing back of the light is called reflection of the light. But whereas the refraction of the light is nothing but the bending of the light ray. Okay, so when the light ray will be bending, so when it is moving from one medium to the other medium, the light ray will be bending. So generally we have two types of mediums. One is denser medium and another is a rarer medium. So which one we will be saying it as a denser medium? So per unit area, if the number of molecules are more, then we say it as a denser medium. If for the same unit area, if the number of molecules are less, so that we say it as a rarer medium. And there will be differentiating point between the denser medium and a rarer medium. So that you say it as an interface. So that interface will be differentiating, or it is a meeting point of the two different mediums. Now let us take one simple example. Now it is air. Okay, air is the rarer medium and water. So water is the denser medium. So where that water and air are meeting, so that point we say it as a interface. So when the light is moving from one medium to the other medium, then it starts refracting. So refracting is nothing but the bending of the light ray. So how does it bend? So first of all, why the light is bending? So light is bending because of the Fermat's law of principle. So what is Fermat's law of principle? The light follows quickest path. So what is the quickest path? It might be any path, but it want to reach the other point as soon as possible. So light is in a hurry. That's why wherever it finds the way, it will be moving around. So this is the interface of the two mediums, denser and the rarer, and we have taken a normal here. So what is a normal? A point where the incident ray is touching to the interface, and if you are drawing a perpendicular through it, that point, that line, we say it as a normal. Okay, so think that this is the light, this is the incident ray from the denser medium. Okay, so here whenever the light is moving from denser to rarer medium, it will be moving away from the normal. So here the angle here you can take, this is the angle of incidence, and this angle you can take it as angle of refraction. Okay, so the angle of incidence is small and angle of refraction is more because it is moving away from the normal. So this is the case when the light ray is moving from the denser medium to the rarer medium. So if you are taking a daily life example, we can take, if the light ray is moving from the water to air, then what happens? The light ray will be moving away from the normal. Okay, so this is the example where the light ray is moving from the denser medium to the rarer medium. Now let us see how the light refracts when it is moving from the rarer medium to denser medium. So again I have taken an interface and a normal. Okay, so here this is the incident ray. Okay, this is the incident ray. Then when the light ray is moving from rarer to denser medium, it will be refracting towards the normal. Okay, so like this. Now this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. So here you can observe that angle of incidence is greater than the angle of refraction. Why is it the angle of refraction is less? Because it is moving towards the normal. Now if you have an example, then here let us take the air medium and a water medium. So air is the rarer medium and water is a denser medium. and this is how the light ray is moving, and here the light ray will be reflecting towards the normal. So this is how you can understand the refraction of the light when it is moving from one medium to another medium. So while it is moving from one medium to other medium, it is bending. Okay. Then what happens to the light? The speed of the light will be changed. Okay, so here whenever you think that you are moving in a rush road, okay, so here all the people are there and you are trying to move from them. Then what happens? You will be trying to push everyone and you will be trying to go. But whereas if it is a plain road, no people are there, then you will be going on your way. Then the speed observe, if you are observing the speed, when it is a open road or a plain road, when no one is there, then the speed of your body will be more. But whereas if all the people are there and if you are trying to walk on that, then what happens? You will be giving some breaks and you will be moving slowly. So the same thing is happening. So here the speed of the light is also changing accordingly. Now the light has to travel from the space and enter into the earth atmosphere. Then it has to enter into the water or any other object which is present on the earth. So what is happening? There is a various change in the mediums. So vacuum where the no molecules will be there and the speed of the light will be greater there. It is nothing, it is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. So that much speed, with that much speed the light will be traveling in the vacuum. But whereas when it is entering into the air medium, then what happens? Then some molecules will be present in the air medium. Then that speed will be reduced little. Again when it is reaching the water medium, then what happens? The speed will be reducing again. Otherwise if it is entering into any of the solid medium, then again the speed of the light will be changing. So how much the speed of this light is changing? So to know that we will be considering the refractive index. So refractive index is nothing but the ratio of the speed of the light in vacuum to the speed of the light in any medium. Index of the light. So here refractive index will be representing with the N and speed of light in vacuum with C. Speed of light in medium is V. Okay, so this is when you are comparing with the vacuum to any medium. So here if you want to compare within the two mediums, now till now we have taken the example of air medium and water medium. So here if you want to compare between the two mediums how much the speed of the light is changing, then you will be measuring with the relative refractive index. And to compare the speed of the light, how is it changing between the two mediums as we have taken air medium and water medium. So within these two mediums how the speed of the light is changing, then we will be calculating by the relative refractive index. So relative refractive index is nothing but the ratio of speed of the light in medium 1 to the speed of the light in medium 1 by speed of the light in medium 2. So speed of the light we will be taking V. We don't take C. C we will be taking only when the speed of the light is calculated in the vacuum. In rest of the mediums we will be taking V. Okay, so here N21. N21 is nothing but relative refractive index from second medium to the first medium. So V1 by V2. So speed of the light in first to second. But as we know that relative refractive index is equals to C by V. So here we can know that the V is inversely proportional to the N. So like that we can take N21 as it is V1 we are taking 1 by N1 by 1 by N2. So if you are doing the reciprocal of the denominator of the denominator, then we will be getting N2 by N1. So on the whole we can say that the relative refractive index of the two mediums will be equal to the ratio of the speed of the light to the second medium to the first medium. Okay, so this is what the relative refractive index, and refractive index and relative refractive index will be not having any units as both are of same quantities. So the values will be getting cancelled and they will be having no units. So this is what the speed of the light and refraction of the light. So I hope you have understood this topic very well. If you have any doubts regarding this topic, please do comment in my comment section. And till then keep observing and keep learning. Thank you.